What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update, fourth stimulus check update, and daily news. We got lots to talk about here today. We're going to talk about a couple new things coming up and a fourth stimulus check, and also money you can claim right now through several different programs that you may or may not qualify for. So I've helped out so many people on this channel. A lot of people don't know about a lot of these programs. We're going to go over several different ones. We'll see how many we can get in this video, and I'll be covering more in the next several days here. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on the upcoming fourth round of stimulus, as there is multiple different provisions for the fourth round of stimulus on the horizon. And senators and congressmen from the Democratic side are both pushing for not just one stimulus check in the next package, but actually monthly recurring stimulus checks in the next package. We're going to talk about that and a lot more. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, and let's jump right in. In a rare bipartisan move, the White House actually thanked Mitch McConnell, the Senate minority leader for the Republicans, for his leadership on vaccinations. The White House thanked Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell today for his leadership on the vaccine rollout. The White House Twitter account responded to a video from ABC News, which Mitch McConnell called for Republican men to overcome reported vaccine hesitancy. In a recent report, it was reported that 50% of Republican men do not want to get the vaccine at all. This is the third time in recent days that Mitch McConnell has made such comments, among polls showing Republican male voters are less likely to get vaccinated. Here is Senator Mitch McConnell.
Today is to get the shots in the arms, and you've done a spectacular job here of getting an enormous number of people vaccine shots in arms on a daily basis. But alas, I read stories that there are some people who are reluctant to take the vaccine. For example, I saw on some program last week that Republican men, curiously enough, might be reluctant to take the vaccine. I'm a Republican man. I want to say to everyone, we need to take this vaccine. These reservations need to be put aside, because the only way I think we get to finally put this pandemic in the rearview mirror is with herd immunity. And what would that figure be, Mark? 75% of us need to take this vaccine. I'm not sure where we are in Kentucky right now. Do you know?
I think we're in the 30%.
Yeah, so we got a ways to go.
This is one thing that President Biden and Mitch McConnell seem to have agreed on lately. They used to be considered very close friends as they worked in the Senate together, even though on different sides, Democrat and Republican. For decades, they worked together and they were actually considered friends. Mitch McConnell actually went to President Biden's son's funeral and was the only Republican to go there. However, recently, they have not been speaking very much, and Mitch McConnell actually said that President Biden is now too left-leaning for him to vote with, talking about the next infrastructure package, the fourth stimulus package. But honestly, it's not like President Biden, being a Democrat, was ever really right-leaning. I guess maybe he thinks he's too far left-leaning now, but I think at some point we will see them come together and vote together on a bipartisan basis. Whether that's for the next stimulus package or not, well, that remains to be determined and probably won't happen. The Democrats will probably just end up passing this next package through the reconciliation process, which means Democrats can pass it completely on their own without any Republican votes. Dr. Fauci had to clarify that 2 doses of the Pfizer or Moderna COVID vaccines are better than 1 to protect against variants. This is as a new recent study showed that just 1 shot of Pfizer or Moderna showed them to be 80% effective in preventing the virus. And some people are not going to go get their second shots now because of it. But what's interesting here is that personally, I think that the Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines are actually very similar because the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is 77% effective and it's a one shot. And Pfizer and Moderna are 80% effective and they're one shot. So honestly, it kind of feels like the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is just a one shot vaccine, but pretty much the same thing. You just get one of it and you get less immunity. But a lot of people are actually going for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because they don't want to have to go get the shot twice. Kind of seems like the same thing, just getting less shots. But Dr. Fauci wants to clarify, go get your second shot if you're getting a vaccine because you do get more immunity. On the next stimulus package, the infrastructure slash stimulus package, well, Democratic Senator Joe Manchin is already becoming a thorn in the side of the Democrats. Just because I've been doing this for a while and I've been watching him and watching how they get things done and watching how things were done in the last stimulus package, it seems like Joe Manchin, a Democratic senator from West Virginia, remember they need every vote from the Democratic senators to pass these bills with reconciliation process. They need all 50 of them to vote together so that they can pass this bill. This is exactly how the third stimulus check package bill was. It kind of seems like Joe Manchin knows this a little bit too well, and he's a little bit, dare I say, power drunk on him being in control by him threatening to say no on any bill at all. And I expect this to happen in the future as well. That he can kind of nitpick little details and eventually, he always ends up siding with the Democrats and voting with them. We haven't seen him yet be the one person to hold up the vote. They always seem to come together at the end, and I expect that is what will happen for the next stimulus package and probably the next package after that. But Joe Manchin is already he's being a Manchin, like being a Mitch. He's being a Manchin already. Here we go. Well, let me show you this. Joe Manchin says he won't support a corporate tax hike to 28%. But here's the details. Manchin said today that he would instead support raising the corporate tax rate to 25%, a level he identified last month as something he could back. He says, quote, as the bill exists today, it needs to be changed, based on what he says. He says, if I don't vote on to get on it, it's not going to go anywhere, knowing that they need his vote. Manchin said other Senate Democrats are also concerned about Biden's proposal to raise the corporate tax rate from 21% to 28%. He says it's more than just me. There's 6 or 7 other Democrats who feel very strongly about this. We have to be competitive. However, he goes on to say that I think we should be paying for anything that adds to the debt. I think the corporate tax rate should have never gone below 25%. So already Joe Manchin is kind of being a thorn in the side of the Democrats. They just can't seem to get rid of that thorn. If you're a Republican, you're probably smiling and you're like, yeah, go get him, Joe. Yeah, so he's saying, I'm not willing to vote for 28%, but I'm willing to vote for 25%. And it should have never been below 25%. And that's the kind of nitpicking thing that seems kind of weird. It's almost like he's doing this as a power grab to kind of show everybody his power in the Senate. Let me know if you disagree. But I just kind of feel like this nitpicking, I feel like he's just doing it a little bit too much. Ultimately, I think he'll end up voting with the Democrats, but I think he'll nitpick and negotiate a few fine details like that. All right, next, let's go on. Let's talk about on some of the stimulus money that you might be able to claim that you might not know about, or money that might be becoming available in the near future. I have several different things we're going to talk about here. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on each item so we can get through several different items. So watch this all the way to the end because there might be 1 or 2 or 3 items that might apply to you or apply to a family member or anything like that. Number 1 is mortgage and rental assistance. This is available from the second stimulus package now. It seems like most states have this available. Okay, and also there's going to be 2 more rounds of this from the third stimulus check package, as well as the money in the third package that's going to states and cities. And there's also going to be states and cities that are going to be passing their own statewide stimulus checks. There'll be qualifications and it'll be available for different people and different things like that. But there will also be statewide and county-wide mortgage assistance and rental assistance programs coming from that $350 billion for states and cities in the near future. That's from the third package, already passed, but that will be that'll take several weeks likely to come into play. The second stimulus check package has mortgage and rental assistance available in most states right now. All states got this money, including territories and tribal governments, but it takes these states some time to roll it out. Some states are faster than other, but let me give you a couple resources. Number one is after this video, go on Google. You might want to write this stuff down because I'll have a couple different things for you here. Number one, go on Google and Google your state rental assistance or mortgage assistance. Ohio rental assistance, for example, Ohio mortgage assistance. Number two is try it with your county. A lot of states do it on the county uh, websites, okay? It's different for each state. That's why I can't really like give you a go all website here. I'll have more websites for you here in a second. So county website, whatever county you're in. Summit County, Ohio rental assistance, okay? That'll bring you up some web pages in Google where you might be able to go and apply for mortgage assistance and rental assistance. Some of these programs will pay back rent, some of these will pay future rent. Some of them have different qualifications. Sometimes they require you to be behind on rent. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have income qualifications. But the good news is that there's more rounds coming available for this from the third stimulus package, and they will be broadening the reach for this mortgage and rental assistance. So they'll be broadening the qualifications, making more people available to qualify in the future. So if you didn't get it from maybe the second round, you don't qualify or something like that, there'll be a third and a fourth round coming that's already passed that will likely broaden the availability to possibly make you available and or your family members. The third way is this website that is HUD.gov/states, STATES. And it has all these different states, which may or may not lead you to different information. Here's California. I just happened to click on this one. And it shows all sorts of different links that you can click on and spend some time to go through. This just might mean thousands of dollars in your pocket. As long as I remember, I will put the links to that down below in the comments, or I'm sorry, in the description of this video, as well as the next couple things we're going to talk about. Next up, from the second stimulus check package, FEMA has it's like $1 billion or $2 billion. I can't remember the exact number, but it's a lot of money available for retroactive family members that passed away from 2020. If this happened to you, my condolences. But FEMA will pay up to, we thought it was originally $7,000. Now apparently it's up to $9,000 for funeral related costs. Here's how to apply. And I'll go to actual FEMA's website. So this is FEMA.gov, and I'll put the link to this down below, or you can just Google FEMA funeral assistance, and you'll find this page. It was number one when I did. But who is available? You have different qualifications here. It has to have happened after January 20th, 2020. It doesn't specify here if it goes until 2021, but I've seen previously that it was just for 2020. So if you had a family member pass away in 2021, you can look into this. This may apply for you. But how to apply here, here's the big news here. It's available starting on April 12th, so 7 days from now. Let me make the text bigger here so you might be able to see this. There's a funeral assistance hotline here, and you can see some of the qualifications here. They're going to ask for the death certificate, funeral expense documents, proof of funds received, other stuff. You can see these phone numbers here and when it will be available. So you might want to just pause this video right here if this applies to you and or a family member, because this just might mean up to $9,000 in your pocket paid for directly from the government. This is from the second stimulus check package. So this is now finally becoming available. So you can see some of these programs take time, but if this means $9,000 in your pocket or your family's pocket, well, $9,000 is quite a lot. So I'm glad to be able to help anybody out that is able to claim any of this money. Next up is the child income tax credits, otherwise known as AKA the child stimulus checks. This was passed from the third stimulus check package, and it's $3,000 for children over the age of 6 through 17, and $3,600 for children under the age of 6. The IRS is going to be setting up a program to pay you monthly this money, so $300 per month, or it could change because they're setting it up mid-year, but it was originally intended to be $300 per month for 12 months, $3,600 for children over 6, and $250 per month for children under 6. This is an expansion of the child income tax credits, as you can see here on the screen. This is for 2021. Okay, but the IRS is setting up a payment plan to start this here as early as July. For 2020, last year, President Trump and his daughter Ivanka Trump actually raised this to $2,000. It used to be 1,000, used to be 500, used to be zero. So the government actually has a form of universal basic income if you have children. And a lot of Democrats are saying, well, we already do these monthly stimulus checks for people, or monthly tax credits, stimulus checks, money. They give you money basically on a monthly or yearly basis. And they want to do this with monthly stimulus checks in the next package for everybody. That's where we're getting this monthly reoccurring stimulus checks in the next package. A lot of Democrats are already saying, we're already doing this. President Trump did this. He raised it to $2,000. So not to get too off track there with the upcoming monthly stimulus checks. We'll be talking plenty about these stimulus checks in the next package. But Trump, for 2020, he raised it to $2,000. He did that in like 2017. So if you're doing your taxes for 2020 last year, it's a $2,000 child income tax credit per child for 2020. If you didn't claim that, you could probably go back and do an amended tax return, talk to your tax professional or anything like that. But the Democrats have now raised it for 2021, the current year we're in, to $3,000 to $3,600. But instead of making you wait all the way until next tax return, so next year, a year from now, they're going to try to set up a monthly or periodic payment plan where you can receive this money starting as early as July. There could be a 6-month one lump sum at the beginning. There could be a one lump sum at the end. They could pay it out monthly. I'll keep you up to date on this. President Biden says that this will curb childhood poverty by 54% by raising this. And also in the next stimulus package, they want to expand this to more than just 1 year. The third stimulus check package passed this extension or this raise for 1 year. So that's probably something we'll see possibly in the next package is they're going to extend this for more than 1 year. We also could see student loan forgiveness. I've been talking a lot about that. If you have student loans, go watch one of my past videos after this that has student loan forgiveness in the title, and you'll see I talk about it more. I've been talking a lot about it, so you'll be able to find it in the last few videos. Also, we could see the Social Security increase in the next package. And also, I'm seeing some new Medicare changes come across from Congress is pushing for. I'll be covering that in one of the upcoming videos as well. Another program that you just could receive money from is this new package or this new provision from the third stimulus check package that is retroactive for 2020, and that is the $10,200 of unemployment tax break money, which basically makes the first $10,200 of unemployed income tax-free for 2020. It's retroactive and it's for 2020 only. I think that we could see this again in one of the upcoming rounds of stimulus to do this again for 2021. As you can see here, the IRS is going to try to start these processing these in May. which is now less than a month or a month away. I'll keep you up to date on when we can expect this money. The average American, this means an extra $1,000 stimulus check in your pocket because you're not paying taxes on $10,000. If you're in the 25% tax break, this could mean $2,500 for you. It's different for each person based on their effective tax bracket or tax rate. So I'll be covering more in the next few videos. Let me know if that was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos and updates on the upcoming round of stimulus. It's completely free to subscribe down below. After subscribing, click the bell icon to all notifications to get reminder notifications when we go live so you don't miss out on the important videos where we cover student loan forgiveness or funeral expenses or child income tax credits or the fourth stimulus check, because I try to cover slightly different stuff in each video. So make sure to subscribe down below. Share this video with your friends and family so that they know about these different stimulus packages as well. There's a share button down below you can get to copy the link of this video. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. And me and my wife sell products on Amazon as well. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.